Hey, everybody. On this episode of Box Office Breakdown, get ready to level up because Jumanji crushed it at the box office. We're going to break it all down next.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's Box Office Breakdown.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Box Office Breakdown. This, of course, is the show where we look back at the box office that was, and then we...
Prague. Nah. Kate.
Ooh, beautiful.
That was fun.
About the box office that lie ahead, I am Frank Moran.
I am Amy Cassandra Martinez.
And making us look good, sound even better, Bree in the booth.
Hey, everybody.
Of course, our one and only Carrie D. Lane is away from us this week. Off celebrating, at another office Christmas party.
Oh, and not to be confused with the movie, I might add.
Not celebrating with Jason Bateman.
Although we don't know. We're not there.
Yeah, we don't know who's at her office Christmas party.
Yeah,
True,
maybe.
True, it could be.
Let us know, Carrie.
So she's missing out on what is truly a sad day here at the Box Office Breakdown. And it is Amy Cassandra Martinez's last day.
Try saying that 5 times really
Amy
fast.
Cassandra Martinez's. Amy Cassandra Martinez's. Amy Cassandra Martinez's. Amy Cassandra Martinez's. Amy Cassandra Martinez's.
I feel like I need to start rapping.
No, you don't get that. You don't get
we got
that.
a little bit. I will take it.
Her last show ever
Here,
ever
yeah. Oh, where am I
in her
going?
life. No, just here, Box Office Breakdown.
Yeah. I am in the chat, by the way. Just wanted to add that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. It's weird. It's really weird. Yeah. I remember my first show with you guys, and I was so excited. And yeah, it's been a blast.
There you go. Well, we'll do some more reminiscences as the show goes on. Reminiscences. Oh, I kind of bailed on the end on that one.
That's all right.
But as always, Amy mentioned the chat, and you know what, folks? There's many ways you can stay in touch with, and also give us big props. You can give us, you can like us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Give us 5 stars on iTunes. When you're on YouTube, you can subscribe. You can also give it a thumbs up, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. Get those thumbs up. Get those thumbs going. And, Amy, if they're watching after we stream live, what can they do?
Comment down below.
Of course. Feel free now, as we're our last 35 odd minutes here with Amy Cassandra Martinez, feel free to chime away in the chat about all those things that you won't miss about Amy.
Oh, there's plenty of those. There's plenty of those.
Your favorite Amy memories, so Amy can just see how much you've appreciated her time here on the show. Yes, but we will be breaking down this weekend's box office. We'll also do some spoiler-filled reviews at the end of the show, since Amy and I have both seen a few of the same movies. We'll do it of Jumanji, The Next Level, and then we'll also do it for Black Christmas. Yeah. But we'll give you an opportunity to duck out if you haven't seen those films and you don't want to be spoiled. But in the meantime, let's talk about this weekend's box office.
Let's do it.
Coming in at number 1, and Amy's got a smug look on her face for reasons that will become apparent in just a moment. Jumanji, The Next Level, came in at number 1 at $60.1 million.
Heck yeah, it did.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
This is also the subject of our box office bet.
Yeah.
And I felt like you went and saw this movie only because you worried that you were going to be losing. You really didn't have any interest otherwise.
No.
Okay.
I was worried, yes, but I've seen so many interviews with the cast where I was like, you know what? You did your job, because I really want to see this now. I mean, I was sort of interested, but no, I mean, I got really interested.
Was it the whole cast that got you excited, or were there individuals, members of the cast that got you excited?
The whole cast, yeah. The returning cast, plus Awkwafina. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it wasn't Danny DeVito? He did not get you excited?
Oh, Danny DeVito.
No, clearly not. Nope, he didn't.
Yeah. No, I love Danny DeVito. He's nice.
Danny Glover?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking about how they did in the movie, but I'm not going to give anything away.
All right, so as I said, we're going to do some spoiler-filled thoughts at the end of the show.
Yes.
But overall, for the fans out there, what did you think of the film?
It's interesting because it was one of those things where you were wondering, do we really need a second one of these? Because that was pretty fun the first time around. Like, why do it again? But surprisingly enough, I would say it's even better than the first one. I think, and I should watch the first one again, but you obviously don't have to rewatch it. It's still pretty fresh in our minds, I would say. Yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of playfulness with the characters and their avatars, and lots of action, scary animals. Holy moly. Some of them were terrifying. Yeah. So I was more surprised that I liked it as much as I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. You?
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Whether I liked it more or less than the other one, I mean, and it's tough to say. I feel like they're pretty evenly matched.
I'm sorry, is Awkwafina in the first one?
She's not in the first one, but she also doesn't have a tremendous amount in this film either.
I mean, she has some good stuff.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, it is interesting because the way the film ends, without saying anything, it does, according to Jay Kasdan, he kind of closed it off. I mean, if they wanted to do a third film, they could, but he also felt like this film in and of itself is complete, and so if a third film never happens, it is like the story that, as far as, you know, he is satisfied where the story ends on this.
Yeah.
But I was curious a bit about the world building, which I kind of liked a little bit of that. But, you know, I'm on the fence. I'll say more of my reasons why when we get down to the end.
Yeah. I would say this one was more fun.
Did you enjoy, because if you've seen the trailers, then you know that who is which avatar, in which avatar changes than what you saw from the first film, the first Jumanji of the new version. So we also we got to see The Rock channeling, or Dwayne Johnson channeling his best Danny DeVito, Kevin Hart channeling his best Danny Glover.
That is so good.
What did you think?
So good. So good. Yeah, I think it's I mean, I feel like it's always hard for actors to portray someone that's alive and well, and they're there, and you're having to be them, and for it to be accurate, for people to recognize it and not be like, no, I don't see it. So I think they both did a really, really good job.
If I had to, and I'm not a huge Kevin Hart fan, but if I had to rank whose impression I enjoyed more, especially throughout the course of the film, which made it like, all right, I'm enjoying and watching this at least, or at least tolerating it more, is Kevin Hart doing Danny Glover. And I'm not a huge Kevin Hart fan.
Yeah.
But I liked him as doing Danny Glover. The Rock, and it's something against Dwayne Johnson and his imitation of Danny DeVito. I thought that was good. It was just the script and the story, just like, man, it just made it just so repetitive at points.
There's some moments where you're like, yeah, okay, no, we get it. Thank you.
Yes.
It's okay. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I feel with Kevin Hart, he was really able to bring in his Danny.
Yeah, and it was it was a nice change of pace to see him just talk slow and not be the
Yes.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that.
Would you want to see a third Jumanji film? Or, I mean,
Sure.
fourth technically, but third in this series of films.
Yeah, I would actually.
Okay.
They had so much fun, like I said, mixing up some Avatar stuff, and that I think is gold. So, and the way certain things ended, not gonna give anything else away.
We'll save that to the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
You?
Yeah. Yes and no.
No, you can't pick that.
You know, I would say yes, but I would want it to see with different people.
Okay.
Yeah. Or at least a majority of different people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. What do you guys think? Let us know in the chat and in the comments below.
Coming in at number 2 this week in the box office, Frozen 2, another $19.2 million. Wow. There you go.
They're definitely not going into the unknown.
Would you, speaking of seeing another film of this, would you want to see a third Frozen film?
Ooh, yeah.
I feel like of these two, I think the more guaranteed one is another Frozen film.
Yeah.
Before new Jumanji, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this one's doing so well. I would just be interesting to see what topics they would handle.
Yeah, because I was not that impressed with the story this time, so I don't. That sometimes happens with the trilogy.
Yeah.
Sometimes the second film's a little, and then it kind of pulls it out at the end. So, I mean, I'd be down for a third one to see what happens with that.
Yeah, I mean, before all of that, I just want more like new movies. So we're saying this,
Oh,
but like, 5 years down the line, we'll
That's
be
true.
fine.
Well, I mean, I doubt it would
You
come
want
out
one
any faster
tomorrow,
than...
is what you're saying.
No, I'm good.
That's what I'm getting from
I'm good.
you.
I don't
You want
no,
it right now.
No,
Okay, calm down.
I want it. I need it. That's right. Coming in number 3. Oh, excuse me. I jumped ahead with Frozen 2. Without even talking about the box office bet
that's
that
right.
happened. Yes. So the reason why Amy had such a smug look on her face as I started talking about Jumanji, the next level, is that was the subject of our box office bet last week.
Yes, it was.
Amy a little worried.
Yes, I was.
She was a little worried. And I was like, all right, yeah, this is going to be great. She's going to go out a loser on her last box office breakdown episode.
No, sir.
No, that did not happen at all. Amy crushed it again. She won.
I did.
Boo. Wait, what? Oh, no, did
I did write those down too because I woke up this morning.
Because you wanted to just
I have it
have
right
this memory.
here.
Oh, look
There
at
you go.
that.
That's me. I'm the winner.
Thanks. Thank
just in
you.
case
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. We'll compare. We'll look at both ours right here. That was beautiful. So Amy Cassandra wins it with a $70 million bet.
Heck yeah.
Coming in number 2 is Carrie with 47.5, Bree with 46.7, and then myself rounding up the back end of this as usual. The big L for me. With, thank you, Bree, $42 million.
So much fun, right? I love doing these box office bets.
Yes.
I love doing. Well, okay, no, that's not true. I love winning.
Of course.
We can all agree.
Sure,
we
yes.
love winning.
Yeah.
So, I think I have to say I was pretty happy this morning when I saw that. I was like,
All right.
great way to go out with a bang.
So we will have another box office bet as after we break down this weekend's top 5. I'll tell you the films that you'll have a chance to vote on in the chat. So resuming our top 5 look, coming in number 3, Knives Out, another $9.3 million.
Still so freaking good.
Number 4, another new film to the box office this weekend, Richard Jewell, the Clint Eastwood film. Sam Rockwell, Kathy Bates, Olivia Wilde et al.
Oh, yes.
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 And rounding it out of our top 5, Black Christmas with a $4.4 million total at the box office. Another film that Amy and I have both seen. Amy will, of course, save our spoilers to the end, but overall, what did you think?
I've seen the original and then the remake. So in preparation, actually, for Black Christmas, really, I did on purpose. I think they had a lot to say, and I know that a lot of people had a lot of issues with that. As for me, I really liked it. I really did. I had fun. I was scared a little bit, which I haven't been scared watching a horror movie in a while. Yeah.
Okay.
There were some moments of intensity where I was like, there's a lovely cat, which if you've seen the original, you know that that's important. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. And I love that it came out on Friday the 13th. I love that they planned it that way. I have to say, though, that when I went to go watch it, there was this older man, a couple of seats to my right. He looked like a grandpa. He started snoring away. I don't think that speaks to the movie. Maybe he was just really tired. It was kind of late in the evening, but he was really loud to the point where people were like, shh. See, okay. I haven't experienced that in a while, so that was pretty fun. Yeah.
That actually happened to me a few weeks ago. I was seeing... the movie will come to me in a second, but as I left, I didn't notice it during the actual watching of the film, but as I got up to leave, on the other side, I was sitting on one end of the theater, all the way on the other side, he was just snoring as the film ended and the credits were rolling and the lights had come up. So he was, and it was not an old guy. It was like young, probably, I don't know, somewhere in his like 30s, just out, just snoring. I was yeah, all right. All right.
Those chairs are so, if you have like what is it?
The real recliners?
Yeah. Oof. But yes, back to the movie. Really liked it.
Really liked it. So out of the 3 versions of Black Christmas, how would you rank them?
Maybe the first one, then this one, and then the
2006?
2000 something.
Yeah.
Way down there.
Okay.
There's a lot of with that one, but it was still fun. But this one had a lot to say, and it felt like they tried. You know how some horror movies, you're like, you phoned it in. You didn't try that hard. This one, I felt like they really tried, and they had certain scenes Well, this one scene in particular that was inspired by The Exorcist 3, which I've actually never seen. But it's intense.
That's The Heretic, isn't it? Exorcist 3, The Heretic. I think that is.
I'm going to say yeah.
Sure, let's say that. Why not?
Yeah.
Who's going to say that it's not right?
People in the chat might.
Oh, okay, you're right.
But so far, no one said anything because there's a slight delay.
So it's certainly a difference. I feel like the first film, the original Black Christmas,
yes,
heralded for the time for never telling you who the killer was.
Yeah.
Frustrating to some audience viewers at the time, but also heralded as like, yeah, all right, you
Good.
never
Something
know.
different. Yeah.
Now, were you satisfied with knowing what the deal is behind the killer in this film?
So there are certain things with horror movies, I would say more so than others, where you get to a line, and sometimes people like cross it massively, and you're either with them or you're without them. And at first I was like, what? And then I was like, all right, let's do this. I'm in it. And that's what happened.
Okay.
There are certain things where you're like, you really have to explore your imagination a little bit and be willing to ride with them. And I feel like maybe you, along with some others, were like, nah, I'm going to stay on this side. Thank you.
And you were like, no, here, I'm buying a ticket.
Yes.
I'm hopping on board this ride.
I don't want movies to be bad. I want movies to be good. And I want to feel. That's all I want. I just want to be able to feel stuff at the movies and just be like, okay, cool. And to know that people tried.
Well, what if you feel dislike?
Well, that's a good point. But
that is a perfectly valid feeling,
yeah,
right?
I mean, like, generally positive feelings.
Okay.
Like happiness or even sadness, but sadness in the way that you're so moved by a character's actions, emotions, and everything. Mm-hmm.
All right. So that was our top 5 this week.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, we've got the box office bet coming up again. There are going to be 3 films vying for your vote in the chat coming up. We have got Cats. There you go. The film adaptation of the legendary Broadway musical. Mm-hmm. With Bombshell, the Fox film based on all the
Roger Ailes.
Roger Ailes. Yes, Rupert Murdoch. All the Fox stuff with Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman, Margot Robbie.
Definitely recommend if you haven't seen the second trailer. Watch the second trailer. The first trailer had me a little bit, but the second one really just like wow.
And Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. I guess that film's coming out.
Small indie.
Yeah, I mean, it needs our help, guys.
Yeah, I hope
really
it does okay.
So those are the 3 films vying for your vote there in the chat. Start voting away, and we will do our box office bet on the film that you have chosen. Before we get into all that, though, we got a little international numbers real quick. And speaking of Jumanji, as it topped the box office there, it, of course, did incredibly well, especially the weekend before Star Wars comes out, which I think once that happens, everybody else is going to take a step down, for sure, or maybe several steps down.
Yeah.
But it's Jumanji, the next level there. It got into wide release, and it was also competing with Frozen 2 here. The next level delivered $85.7 million this week, lifting the international box office total to $152.5 and 52 total $52.5 million in 32 total markets. Excuse me, 52 total markets. Words are tough, guys. I'm so emotional. It's Amy's last show. I'm barely holding it together, guys. I'm barely holding it together. This puts the sequel to the 2017 hit at $213 million globally.
Wow.
That's right. And that's as the next level exploded at a $60.1 million debut domestically, far exceeding expectations.
Not my expectations, though. I was pretty much right there.
Yeah, no,
I knew you guys. I knew.
Because, I don't know, it just seemed for all the... I mean, I guess there was a lot of media for a lot of hype for Jumanji, but I also didn't feel like a lot of people were like, yeah, new Jumanji.
You know, maybe it was also just the friendship that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and Kevin Hart have. That honestly, like, getting to see those interviews online and how well they're doing, you know that people love their friendship. So seeing that on the big screen might have been a big push as well.
One interesting place, though, and usually Rock is a huge... he's got a huge fan base in this market, and this one it didn't really step out for this one, and that's China. It was below the launch last week where it debuted. Was below industry projections, and this China session saw a big slide to just about $6 million, in China for a $38.2 million total. It just seems that word of mouth hasn't really propelled it in that market, which is surprising because he's got a huge fan base there.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know why.
Well, call Dwayne and ask.
Let me see.
Okay, thanks. I know you got his number.
Hey.
Meanwhile,
What's up? Yeah, it's me. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, we totally will. Okay, bye. I'm going to ask him later. We're going to go out and hang out with Kevin as well.
wow, boy, no identifying with Murray. It was just like you guys knew exactly.
Oh, yeah, no. I just say hey.
Hey, all right, I got it.
That's how we talk.
Understood. Meanwhile, it took just 4 frames for 4 weeks for Frozen 2 to pass the $1 billion global mark.
Yes.
Oh, and it did it much faster than the original Frozen. With this week, it got $55.7 million overseas. The sequel to the highest-grossing animated film of all time has now got 1.33 billion worldwide, including 666 million at the international box office.
You know, when you start saying all those numbers, I just lose the concept of like money. Just like, I know what $20 looks like. And once you get to the billions and millions, I'm like,
No,
that sounds like a lot.
What about $1,000?
Yeah, if I think about it a little bit.
You get a little frame of reference for that.
Sort of.
Of course.
But it's all digital if you think about it. Money doesn't really exist.
All right, there you go. Yeah.
Hot take, guys. What? Money doesn't, like, it exists.
Well, you
but,
check
like,
out,
it
Amy is
always.
leaving to get her Bitcoin
Oh,
stuff.
no.
Yeah, yeah, her Bitcoin channel going.
No.
So there you go. Yeah.
No.
All right. No, we're not doing Bitcoin.
No,
Okay.
I'm going to put that on the back burner.
That's a shame.
Your idea.
Okay.
Thanks. No. Mm-mm.
Also, Lionsgate's Knives Out carved up another $13.6 million from 73 markets, lifting the total to $83.3 million, with a global total of $162.2 million.
I'd like to point out that Rian Johnson went to the Alamo Drafthouse here in LA, wore a nice little sweater, and watched Knives Out this weekend. Saw it online.
Oh, why didn't you go there and watch it with him?
Because I didn't know that he was there until they posted it. And I was like, Ryan,
Oh,
why didn't you tell me?
10-second sidebar. Have you been to the new Alamo Drafthouse here in Los Angeles?
No, it's really expensive. So, especially right now, I'm with Regal, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll go back to AMC because, wow. But even with that, you already paid $20-something a month. Why would I pay double that amount almost for a ticket? Like, or not even double, but you know what I mean? It's a lot of money.
Got it. Is there a film that you're like, all right, for this one-off, I'll just do something cool and go see it there?
I mean, I wanted to do it for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because that just fuels Hollywood, you know? But I didn't because it was still too much money.
Okay.
Have you been?
I've not been here in Los Angeles. I've only been to the one in Austin.
I went to the one in San Antonio.
Oh,
Yes.
look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was really cool to have that experience.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have friends that work there.
But
So.
it's just now, even downtown LA, still too far for me.
It is. It is.
The traffic and the parking.
Went to LA Live this weekend. It was like going to a different state.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
And lastly, Universal's Last Christmas, that film, has crossed $100 million globally.
Yeah, you know, I was going to watch it and then I didn't.
You're not missing anything.
No, but I love Emilia Clarke and Henry Golding.
Yeah, but they're not.
Emma
This
Thompson.
this film does none of them any favors. Yeah.
I mean, like I knew from the trailer. I knew. I was like, what is this? I know by my rom-coms, they're not all the same. There's problems, but I still wanted to support.
Okay.
But I didn't, so I will.
Oh, great.
How do you really support if you stream it? Like, does that really help?
I don't know. I mean, I guess because I'm sure they get the figures for that, and if something gets a lot of appeal, I mean, it's not like the days when they used to be just VHS or Blu-ray, DVD, where you could see like the sales of that.
Yeah.
Would all of a sudden, like say, like Wayne's World, all of a sudden you see like how well it does, or Austin Powers does so well in the secondary market that you're like, whoa, okay, yeah, there's definitely a fan base for this. We will do a sequel to that.
Yeah.
So now when everything is going more towards a streaming platform, it doesn't seem to see how studios would gauge that response.
Yeah, because I mean, it's one thing for it to be released straight to streaming, like on Netflix or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if it's been a while, then it goes on Hulu, then it's like, I'm gonna watch it. Does that help you at all? A little?
That's true. I mean, there is that new Michael Bay one on Netflix, Six
Which-
Underground with Ryan Reynolds.
It's
coming out shortly. I think before the end of the year.
Wow. I thought you were going to say it was like a holiday movie. Is it? It's not.
It's not a holiday movie,
Doesn't
but it's
sound
just
like
a
it
big
is.
old Michael Bay action craziness movie.
It's been a while since we got one of those. No?
I'm down for it. I'm down.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Folks, before we do our predictions for next week, our box office bet, and a
Mm-hmm.
little talk about Black Christmas and Jumanji at the next level, folks, coming out this week is Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, calling a little bit of
Skywalker.
audible.
Sorry.
And it's our last film of the year. Thank you. But I figured, why don't we just take a second here to think about the Star Wars? 9 films. It's wrapping up the Skywalker saga after this film comes out. What do you? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Are you sad that the story's coming into an end? Are you excited about what the future holds once we close this chapter of the Star Wars franchise off and kind of explore new areas that we haven't seen? How are you feeling?
Yeah, all of the above. I'm still a relatively new Star Wars fan. Like, I've watched my first Star Wars movie, like, 2015. So, I didn't grow up with Star Wars, really. Don't look at me like that. I was more of a Trekkie. My mom was a Trekkie. So, even with that, and watching all of them, even the prequels, it's interesting to see just how each movie feels so different, I would say. And the characters, you end up like, you grow with them. And Princess Leia, that's the only thing that I'm not ready for. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I already have my tickets. I have a sweatshirt that I'm going to wear. I've had that sweatshirt for like 6 months. It's so cool.
Okay.
Like, I'll take a picture and I'll post it on Instagram. Like, you don't even know. I'm so excited.
Oh, wow.
And it doesn't get that cold here. So, you know that. Okay. But the only thing that, yes, I'm not really looking forward to is seeing Princess Leia just for the last time. That hurts me. There might be a possibility that she might be brought back, but I haven't really heard anything of that being, like a for sure thing. Because if they did, then they'd have to like make her.
Well, I mean, she is going to be in this film, but it's all
Yes.
using footage from The Force Awakens.
I mean, but it's still her, no?
It's still her. Yeah, it's still her.
That's
yeah.
all I care about.
Yeah. As far as I know, they didn't do any sort of like Grand Moff Tarkin.
Oh. Yeah.
With Peter Cushing kind of thing for Carrie Fisher.
I think they did a pretty good job with him. I think it was that. Whatever. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm a little bit sad that it is coming over. What? Coming to an end.
Yeah. It's coming over too.
Coming
over
over
to your house.
Yeah, I'm going over there to see it. And Daisy Ridley on the big screen. Yes. Oscar Isaac. Yes. So, just kind of confused with Kylo.
It has been interesting, and I feel like in the media, I feel like both Daisy Ridley and John Boyega have been getting some criticism for their feelings about the trilogy of films that they have been involved in.
Yes, but I also know that someone said that, because that little passage was taken out of an interview or something like that.
John Boyega had a separate one about Kelly Marie Tran and her dealing with people from on social media.
Yeah. There were some things that I think about Rian Johnson too, but it was taken out of context. They weren't like bad-mouthing him. But I don't know. I feel like with movies, you're never going to win everyone over. So at the end of the day, if you're having fun making whatever it is you're making, if you're having fun, acting, producing, directing, then isn't that all that matters? That, and obviously like making sure that it doesn't tank, because then that opens opportunities up for you in the future. But like, let's just chill, okay? I don't know. I think that sometimes people get so riled up about movies when it's meant to be enjoyed, hopefully.
Well, for the most part, I think people go with the intent of trying to make a really good film.
Yeah.
And then circumstances happen during the course of that production that can make that harder to achieve.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody sets out to go, let's make a dud. Let's make a terrible movie,
Let's make
folks.
the worst movie ever made.
Now, real quick, Amy.
Yes.
You said you didn't start seeing Star Wars until 2015.
Yeah.
Real quick, what was the order that you watched the films in?
4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and then The Force Awakens came out. Then it was Rogue One. Then it was The Last Jedi.
All right, so
No.
But you were, just being alive, you kind of already knew what the deal was with between Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back and the reveal at the end of Empire. You already knew that going in. Yes.
Yeah. Well, honestly, no.
Really?
Like, well, one, I didn't know what he looked like. What Darth Vader looked like without it. Oh, that shocked me. That was weird.
So when the revelation that I'm your father.
That I knew.
Okay.
And then the arm thing. I knew that was gonna happen. I forgot which one it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually had a little Yoda, like not action figure, but a little tiny Yoda, not baby Yoda.
Okay.
Baby Yoda wasn't a thing back then, but I had one just because I liked Yoda so much and I liked the way he spoke before I watched the movies.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, my mom was like, "All right." So we've never seen them, but yeah. Are you excited?
I am. I've been enjoying The Mandalorian a lot. So, yeah, but also it's like I think like just something new. And then I did enjoy the Clone Wars, Rebels, things like that because it was just showing me different aspects of the Star Wars universe, and it was just nice to see that.
Yeah.
This, I don't know. I feel like I'll be fine with this film. I'm not going in with high expectations because I just feel like I really wanted this to, and certainly we can't, with the death of Carrie Fisher, it's not going to be exactly the way that anybody would want it to end. Yeah. But I've been kind of bummed that, I guess the intent was to have each of them have their own film. Han's was first, then Luke's, and then Leia's would be the last one. That was the idea.
Solo.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9. Just not their individual, but Force Awakens was more of Han's movie.
I got
Last Jedi was Luke's, and then Rise of Skywalker would have been Leia's movie. It's
we don't know it's not.
Well, if she was still alive, it definitely would have been more about her. But unfortunately, that kind of altered what they wanted to do. But now, I feel like it was such a miss that you never got to see the three of them reunite on screen together at all. It was just a bummer. And so I just, I don't know. It's you're closing the book on the Skywalker portion of the Star Wars mythology, and I just felt like these main characters that have been kind of the through line, especially through the heart of it. I guess we got the prequel, but the heart of it is, and what solidified the fan base was those first 3 movies.
Yes.
That if you're continuing the story past that, you want to see these 3 be more involved. And for me, I just felt like they weren't as involved as personally I would have liked to have seen them.
Yeah. Well, I'm obviously, these last 2 just end it a lot. But I feel like a lot of things compared to it, but there's something so special about when The Force Awakens came out.
It was too, for me, it was too repetitive of the first.
No, but like everyone lining up, buying tickets, watching it, like literally 24 hours. And you know what I'm trying to say?
I know. Yeah. Certainly there is that. It's just.
For me, it's the experience too. Like you go and then it was just, it was magical. And that was around the time that I moved here, like right before I moved here. So.
Oh. So folks, I've got to do our next week's prediction before we get into our box office bet and rapidly do some spoiler-filled thoughts. So folks, we have Bombshell, the Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, and Cats entering this week's box office. I'm just going to go out on a limb that you're voting Cats as number 1 this week. No, you're not going Cats?
No.
Okay.
No.
How well do you think Cats will do? Could it beat Jumanji?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that this is going to be our box office bet, by the way, guys. It seems that's what
Ken
everyone
Jack?
voted for.
No, what are you talking about?
I think I only saw votes for Cats.
Damn. Okay.
You'll have so much fun.
I will. Do people care? No, I don't think people care enough about Cats.
Okay. People care. People are also interested to see how it plays out. Because we've all just seen trailers, okay? I can't even make it through the trailer without being like, ew!
I think we also need to remember that the actual Broadway show, Cats, for some reason, is one of the longest running shows on Broadway.
Now, I will go to our resident Broadway expert, Bree. How excited are you for this film?
I'm not excited at all for this film. My sister had a VHS of the original Broadway show and watched it continuously growing up, and I could not stand it. But I will go see this film, and I will be drinking while I watch it.
How quickly will you see this film? Is this an opening weekend?
It might be opening weekend just because I'm going to be out of town starting Saturday night, and I have people that we all want to go watch it and get drunk.
Nice. That sounds like fun.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. Will you be
I
singing
don't think
along?
anyone should see this movie sober.
Brie, will you sing along in the theater?
No,
No, you'll be that inebriated. You'll just start singing along.
I don't think I
Okay.
can. I can't do that.
I mean, that's what you say now, but get a little drink here and there.
Okay.
You might
But how
feel festive.
do you think?
So we'll definitely Rise of Skywalker.
Yes. I gotta feel Jumanji would do number 2. I don't Cats. I just don't. I can't see that coming in at number 2. I can't.
Don't people like want to watch stuff that makes them like, you know?
I don't think so.
Okay, so you say the next level. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say Rise of Skywalker, then Cats.
The chat's asking me to mention, by the way, just really fast, the Taylor Swift factor of Cats. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What about the
else to
James
mention about
Corden
it.
factor of Cats?
At least James Corden has been on Broadway and can act. I
Yeah.
don't know where Taylor Swift fits in with that. I haven't seen it, so maybe she's fine.
The Dame Judi Dench of Cats.
I don't understand how they got so many people to do this film. I don't get it.
Idris Elba, like,
Yeah. Is that,
oh,
that's that digital fur technology. It really got him going.
there's just things
They
I never
did say
thought
that
I
they're
would see this year.
redoing the Cats, though, like because the trailer got so many negative comments about the look of the Cats. So what we saw from the trailer is not apparently what we're going to see in the film. I don't know how different they're going to be, but they're redoing them.
And it's still cats on their hind legs. Like, that's still creepy to me.
Yeah.
At least a lot of them. And talk. Okay. Yeah. Rise of Skywalker. Then Jumanji the next level. No. Crap. No. Then Cats. Then Jumanji the next level. Then Bombshell. Then Frozen.
I just can't believe enough people want to see Cats. But I know Jumanji and Star Wars can kind of be tapping from the same fan base.
I mean, but like, not.
But I just can't. I can't subscribe to Cats being number 2. I can't be in a world where Cats is number 2. So I'll go. I'll your list, but I'm gonna flop. I'm gonna flop. Jumanji and Cats.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks. We're gonna do a box office bet real quick on Cats. Hooray! Thanks, guys. I even said to Amy before the show. You know they're gonna. That's right. They're gonna pick Cats. They're gonna pick Cats, and Amy's not gonna be here.
I'll be hanging out with my real cat.
So it's just down to me and Bree.
Still has to hold the bet together, Frank.
I know. I mean, Amy, I'm gonna still ask you to bet. Just
Yeah.
because then just so you're in the mix, so that I can say
So that
what
you have
I
a
have
little bit of a cushion.
I have a little
got
bit
you.
of cushion. I have a little bit of cushion there.
Okay.
Dear Lord.
Okay. Let's see. Anyone in the chat wanna toss out some numbers here?
You go into the audience for a crutch. Look at you.
Yeah. Neil Hutchinson says Cats could be one of those surprise hits. Nano 22.33 says 18 million. Jody says critics are going to have fun.
I mean, like I said, they did point out that Taylor Swift is in this film. She has a huge fan base.
Yeah, but
I don't know if they're writing to see this film or not, but I'm just saying they could be.
But wouldn't people be more excited if they say it was an original musical with Taylor Swift in it? I think people would be more excited to see Taylor Swift in that than in Cats. Don't you think, Brie?
I don't know.
Swifties, man. They take her
would think.
seriously.
But like she's not singing any cool songs. She's singing these
don't
terrible
know?
cat songs.
But you don't know her spin?
Is she Rumble Jinx?
I don't know anything about Cats. Like the musical.
I just know there's like Mr. Mephistopheles. Is
Mr.
that?
Mephistopheles.
All right.
I know too much about it.
That's all I know.
Wow,
I pulled
guys.
that one out. I could not tell you
Look at you.
any other one.
Wow.
He is, he's a magician. Cat.
Ooh, we're getting 15 million, 44 million, 15 or 22. Pick one. 17.5, 13. That's a wide range.
I mean, I just think I think Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker is going to be so huge
Shoot,
that the
yeah.
ralso these numbers are going to be kind of tiny. All right, so
I put my number and I feel
You're
like
sticking
changing
it?
it, but I will not.
it's also oh man. All right, this is going to be okay. All right, okay, Bree, you got a number?
Yeah, I got a number. I'm also just trying to figure out who Taylor Swift is playing in this movie.
Oh boy. All right, this is going to make me sad.
I'm excited to hear what people have to say about it once they watch it.
She's Bombalurina.
Oh boy.
Is
I
that one
don't
name or
really remember that cat. It might be the cat that kind of introduces the cat that sings Memory. I don't really know though. That doesn't sound familiar.
Sounds like a must miss, everybody.
No.
Okay. All right. I've typed my number. Bree, when you're ready, what do you have?
Okay. I'm going to go just because I think people might do a double feature this weekend because I think people want to kind of hate watch this.
Yeah.
But a double feature of what?
Star Wars in this.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I
You
see
know
that
you're
happening.
gonna do it, Frank.
I'm gonna go a little bit higher. I'm gonna go with like a 19.7 mil.
Okay. Dang it. 19.7. All right.
I'll try to help you out, Frank. You haven't seen my number.
Okay. All right. What do you got, Amy Cassandra Martinez, for your
okay.
last ever box office
No,
bet?
like okay, this is my bet, but like I already won. Okay, so like remember me like that. Okay, 35. Oh no, are you okay? Oh no, okay. Let's see it.
35.
Frank,
I
no.
went 17.5. 17.5.
Wait, and Bree, what did you say?
I said 19.7.
Frank.
There's a nice gap between us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. See,
Oh.
I did that on purpose.
Thank you, Amy.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Amy. Oh,
Just
so
look,
okay.
Frank, you know you want to watch these.
I can't. I just look at. I can't. This is gonna rank up with a Boo 2 Medea Halloween kind of viewing for me.
Oh,
I don't know if it's gonna be that. I don't know. It could be that bad.
Yes.
but they're songs.
Have
Oh,
you heard the songs, Amy?
yeah. They're not.
I've heard Memory.
Yeah, that's the only one people know.
Yeah.
There's a reason that's the only one people know.
One other song that you can think of from Cats ever that you've heard that you can recall in your head.
No, I honestly, I don't even know what it's about.
Literally, Amy, the shorthand version of it is that this was a book of poems that someone took and was like, let me make a musical of that person being Andrew Lloyd Webber. And he took these poems about cats. So literally most of the songs are the cats telling you who they are. So it's like, hey, I'm Rum Tub Tugger and I'm a curious cat. When I'm outside, I want to be in. When I'm inside, I want to be out. Like that's it. That's most of the music.
I mean,
Unless they have any original songs, which I don't know. They might.
I don't know. That actually sounds kind of sweet.
Yeah, the Litter Box song. That's another great one.
No.
Yeah.
There's not a litter box.
Okay, I was like, wait, no, come on. I was rooting
I'll give you
for
a full
Cats.
synopsis, Amy, afterwards. But we got.
All right,
I know we got
folks.
to wrap this up now.
Amy Cassandra Martinez.
Yes.
This is your last episode of Box Office Breakdown.
Yeah.
I want to give you a second just to say a farewell to all the fans.
Oh, that's sad. Yes. Thank you guys so much for being mostly supportive of everything that we've been doing here at Box Office Breakdown. It's been so much fun getting to geek out with all of you over movies, and I'd like to point out that I've seen about like 200 movies this year. Thank you.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored by Letterboxd, but that's the only way I keep track. I've learned a lot, had lots of fun. This is officially like my last show here, obviously on Box Office Breakdown, on the Popcorn Talk Network channel, on our sister station, sister channel, AfterBuzz TV. So, yeah, I've learned a lot, had so much fun, so many memories, so many great movies, so many not so great movies. But, yeah, I'll tell you guys later where you can find me, but it's been a blast.
Amy, it has been a pleasure doing this with you. You've been a true delight. And the show will not be as much fun without you.
Oh, thank guys. That was like really nice.
There you go.
Oh.
Folks, that's going to do it for this episode of Box Office Breakdown. We didn't even get a chance to do our spoiler-filled thoughts about that, about Jumanji. Just know that, it's
fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's okay.
It's fun. Watch Black
okay.
Christmas. Don't get so angry about it. Okay? That's it.
Folks, this is going to be our last episode of the year. We're going to be back in January.
decade.
A new decade, a new year, new people maybe on the show. I might be kicked out. Who knows what
no,
happens?
you'll
Yeah.
stay.
Oh, no, I've got nothing
Don't
else
get
going on, folks. I'll still be here. Folks, but as always, thanks for joining us every single week. We really appreciate it. We hope you have a fantastic holiday. As always, like us on Facebook, give us 5 stars on iTunes, subscribe to the YouTube channel, give it a thumbs up while you're there, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. And everybody, thanks for hopping in the chat every single week, helping us do the box office bets. And Amy, if they're watching after we stream live, what can they do?
You can comment down below.
And if you want to stay in touch with any of us, Bree, where can they find you?
You guys can find me at BRI_Phipps, PHIPPS on Twitter and Instagram.
You guys can find me. Okay, are you ready? Geek Bomb. You can find me on Sideshow. You can find me on my stuff. I think that's it. Oh my god.
For now.
I never say all this because it always takes too long. But Geek Bomb, please follow us. We do awesome stuff there. Sideshow, hello. We also do awesome stuff there. Hollywood First Look Features, I do some carpets for them. They're always really fun. And of course, follow me on all social media at Amy Cassandra MTZ.
Nailed it.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all I want. That's all I want.
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Everybody at Happy Go Jackie. Seriously, keep in touch with Amy Martinez because her star is on the rise.
Oh,
She's going fantastic places, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see everything else you're going to be doing.
Oh.
There you go.
2020 is going to be a big year, guys. We can do
For
this.
Amy, not for me,
For
but
all
for
of
Amy.
us, manifest the crap out of your dreams.
Folks, have a great holiday season. We'll see you back here in January, right here on Popcorn Talk. Don't go see Cats.
Go
Be better
do
than
it.
that.
Oh, just enough for you.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.